Thank you. Court is calling 2025 CR 006570 State versus Priscilla and Valadez Figueroa. Can I have parties announce?
Duffy Pitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
And Warren Wolf for Ms. Valadez.
And are you Ms. Valadez Figueroa? All right, I'm going to need you to speak up so I can hear and the court reporter can hear. Counsel, have you received all discovery?
I have,
Did you review it with your client?
yes.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. All right, all of the documents are signed as Valadez. Are you Valadez Figueroa?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Community Application for Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes,
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
As to count one, but the state is waiving and abandoning the repeater enhancement, Your Honor.
no objection.
Ms. Valadez Figueroa, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 to 4 grams. That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and an up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea bargain agreement, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
We've discussed that, Judge.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes,
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
yes,
Ms. Figueroa, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes. Your
Are
Honor.
you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, the state is waiving the repeat enhancement allegation. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 10 years in the prison. They're recommending community supervision. There's to be restitution of $60 to the Bexar County Laboratory for drug testing. They're asking for a TAP evaluation and safe P. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
yes,
State?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
no,
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 7 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours of community service restitution, and safe P. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
no objection.
All right, state, you may be
Thank
excused.
you, Judge.
Did you review the document entitled waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, counsel? A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibit 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, it's from the moment I met with Ms. Valadez, and the reason I say Ms. Valadez, and I know that shows Figueroa is on my appointment notice.
Mhm.
That's
Okay.
what they told me her name was. She reached out and she says, I want help. I need help. I want to go to rehab. So her family has reached out to me as well, and they said, please help her get the help that she needs. I've discussed with her the plea bargain that we agreed to, and I want to thank the prosecutor for considering her circumstances. Not every prosecutor would recommend probation. And I told her about inpatient treatment, and that's obviously what she needs, because she was, right now, she's on parole.
Mhm.
And she's out on the street and she's picking up a new charge.
Well, here's the problem.
Oh,
The parole issue, have they filed
it's
against you?
pending this charge. They won't deal with the, you know how it works. You've done this before.
Mhm.
They won't deal with it until the state case is over. And I told her, I cannot guarantee you that parole will, if the judge grants that parole will accept that and modify your conditions of parole. So she knows that there's still other hurdles, but we need to deal with this.
All right. So how long have you been using?
When did you start?
It's been
All right, I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
on and off for like 8 years.
All right, so how old were you when you started?
Like 15, 16.
All right, so why did you start?
I grew up with my family, the household was, it was just not, it wasn't good. There wasn't nobody that would, had. There was always drugs in the house. My parents were not, my dad was in and out of prison, and my mom was either with different guys or doing stuff. So I never had a good family, stable home, or, with good support system, with good example, with a good example.
Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
My oldest one is 18, my 18, 16, 13, and 10.
And who are they with?
With their father and his mother.
So really, they're with his mother. She's raising the children. All right, who's Denise Martinez to you?
She was just a friend from the outside.
All right, and why are you homeless?
Well, I wasn't homeless. I was staying with a friend of mine, but that day I had went out and I had got into an argument with them, so I was out there.
No, the way the police reports reads is that this is an area where there are homeless camps, vandalisms, prostitution, and other criminal mischief. And that they're saying you were there with this other person. And so they're contacting people who are out there in the tents and everything. And it says, we contacted S1 and S2, that's you and Denise, who were observed camping in public due to the tarps and blankets hanging, several carts and property scattered throughout the area. Excuse me, counsel, yeah. So you were living there. That's what it reads. I don't think anybody leaves a place unprepared and all of a sudden you have carts with different things. So how long were you homeless? Are you saying you had a place to stay? All right, so why would you choose to go to a homeless encampment with heroin?
I just made a poor choice. I shouldn't have been out there.
But no, here's the thing. We all make poor choices sometimes, but we got to think through and figure out why we are making these choices. You have children. You say you're not homeless, but you go to this homeless encampment. I don't know if you were just going there just to use drugs or what, but you left a home to go to a homeless encampment. with somebody who you're saying, I don't know, just a friend or whoever she is, that your story doesn't make sense to me.
Stupid choice, I shouldn't have been out there.
But why were you out there? That's the question.
I was going to pick up drugs.
All right, why is that so hard to say? So when's the last time you were employed?
2017.
So how you been supporting yourself?
And I stay with my grandmother. I help her.
I'm sorry,
I
what?
stay with my grandmother. I help her take care of her, and I help around the house. And I just have my friends that help me out here and there.
All right, and what's your grandmother's name?
Francis Trinidad.
And when you say you help her out, what does that mean?
I just help her like clean the house and help her around the house.
Okay. And are there any children in that home?
Ma'am.
And have you ever had any mental health issues?
Yes, ma'am.
And what's your diagnosis?
Anxiety, depression.
And obviously, since you're on parole, you've been to prison before. Is there any gang affiliation with you from being in prison?
No.
Any gang affiliation? Sorry?
No, Your Honor.
Any gang affiliation since you've been out of prison?
No, Your Honor.
All right, tell me about those tattoos.
There's guys that I was with that I just.
Okay, so those are guys' names over here. What's over here?
Another.
And what's this beneath the eye?
It's a heart.
And what's on the hands?
Roses, a peacock, my kids' portraits.
Mhm. And the
flowers.
And the hearts on the neck?
Just, I like hearts.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. The following will be in custody: TAP evaluation, a referral to felony drug court, a referral to Esperanza Court, MIC evaluation, and follow recommendations. There's going to be 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting. Once you complete that, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. How far did you go in school?
11.
All right. I'm going to require that you obtain your GED or either some sort of trade school certification.
I'm in GP right now and computer. I'm just waiting for other openings.
All right. There's going to be proof of employment within 45 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no contact with Denise Martinez, Francis Trinidad. There's to be no residing with the elderly. And for the court, that's anybody who's 60 or older. And there's to be no residing with minors. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. $60 restitution to Bear County Lab for testing. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
Yeah.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. If you have no intention of being a good mother for your children, don't contact them. You can write them a nice letter and saying, hey, you're not in a good place. You don't see yourself being in a good place anytime soon. I wish you well. Send them prayers, send them money, but don't come breezing into their life. Because I can tell you right now, their paternal grandmother probably has her hands full dealing with the grandchildren that she's raising, dealing with the son who's probably staying with her, but is not bringing anything to the household other than just bringing children and causing chaos. So while you're at the jail, you need to sit down and think, what do you really want out of your life and really want for your children? Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And by the way, don't get any men or relationship people tattooed on your body. These are the safe bets. Your children, if you get their names tattooed, because you're always supposed to love your children, but getting significant others, those relationships come and go. All right? Good luck to you. You're welcome.
All right, here's your closing commentary in the trademark style of Law Talk with Mike. Time to break this one down. This hearing had a little bit of everything, and Judge Boyd handled it with the kind of steady patience you have to admire, especially given how many moving parts were at play. From the start, the judge made sure Priscilla Valadez Figueroa understood every detail her rights, the plea terms, and the consequences, and she did so in a calm, but no-nonsense way that left no room for confusion. Ms. Valadez Figueroa appeared, cooperative, if a bit soft-spoken, and you could tell there was a lot going on beneath the surface. She admitted she'd been using on and off since her teens, and her testimony about a difficult upbringing was frankly hard to hear. At the same time, when the judge pressed her about why she'd left her grandmother's home to camp out in Anne, area known for illegal activity, her explanations were hesitant and at times inconsistent, which clearly raised the court's eyebrows. Defense counsel Warren Wolf came prepared and did a commendable job emphasizing her desire for treatment over punishment, painting a picture of someone who, despite the bad choices, was seeking help and had at least some family support trying to steer her in a better direction. The state, represented by Mr. Pitlock, maintained a professional tone throughout and actually offered a relatively compassionate recommendation community supervision with significant rehabilitation requirements, rather than the maximum prison time. The atmosphere in the courtroom stayed fairly composed, even as the judge dug into the details of Miss Figueroa's living situation, her tattoos, and her history of parole, but there were definitely moments when the questioning turned pointed, especially when she struggled to be clear about her reasons for being where she was. What stood out to me most was the judge's closing remarks, firm but not unkind. She told Miss Figueroa in no uncertain terms that if she had no intention of being a consistent parent, she should think carefully before re-entering her children's lives. And honestly, that was a sobering moment that seemed to carry real weight. In the end, Judge Boyd suspended a 10-year sentence in favor of 8 years of probation with strict conditions, treatment, parenting classes, no contact with certain individuals, no residing with minors or elderly, and a clear expectation of employment and accountability. There was even a little lightness at the end, some solid life advice about not tattooing romantic partners' names, which, if you ask me, was pretty on-brand wisdom. All in all, this was a hearing that showed how the system tries, at least in some cases, to balance accountability with rehabilitation. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read everyone.